Hello, hello, and welcome back to Gothic 2. So we are in Corinnes and we want to do a lot of stuff today, but the first thing I want to do is take a nap. We're gonna have a lot of dialogue here as well, and I might skip over it. I don't know. Maybe some of the more important dialogue I'll let go. But the first thing I want to do is talk to Harold here.
Hey, you! I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city. Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the city, and then the only men who will count will be those who are in a position to defend our city. And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding the fort here with the men.
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words. Can you back them up with big deeds?
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. With a bit of luck, you won't have to search for long. If you manage to bring one down, I'll take you on as an apprentice, provided the other masters agree.
So this is one of the quests where you can see the great design Gothic has. And I can think of at least 3 ways of solving this quest right now, here in the city and in the vicinity. So it's really not like there is only one way to do anything. But we want to become an apprentice here, so we're gonna talk to Constantine over here.
Hey, what do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you going to sign up?
I want to sign up with you as an apprentice.
With me? No! I have already had the dubious pleasure once of grappling with an apprentice. That's quite enough for me. I invested several years in his education, and in the end, the poor fool up and poisoned himself. Go sign up with one of the other masters.
What will I have to do to become your apprentice?
I couldn't bear yet another dilettante on my conscience. There is a multitude of herbs out there. Used in different variations, they develop the most diverse effects. You probably don't even know half of them. Here. This is a list of the most important plants. Bring me a plant of each kind, and I might reconsider taking you in as an apprentice.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We want to talk to all the masters right now so we can get all the quests done as soon as possible. Next we'll talk to Thorben here.
Ah, fresh face. You're not... This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere. No work and now the farm. What winds of blood?
So we're gonna ask him, they were
I'm
looking
for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about luck?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if... And I have no money.
So we're gonna ask him to just give
What
us
if
his
I want to
blessing.
start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
All right, I shall give you my approval. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the gods first. Say, are you a man of faith?
Sure thing, bro.
Yes, a most humble servant, Master Thorben.
Then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing once you have received the blessing of the god.
Okay, that's something that we're gonna do. I'm gonna use the one-handed weapon for now, I think. Now, next we're gonna go to Matteo over here.
What can I do?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need. I still have a double hardened...
So he offers us some armor. We ask him
What do you
about
know
the
about-
paladins.
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and...
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guard?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away because they have their orders.
Dude, can you help me?
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really... The question is...
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here, but it'll cost you.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
You shark.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But...
In principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
Okay, so we're gonna do that as well. And the only master that is left is Bosper over here. I don't remember if I need the approval of all masters to become an apprentice. I don't know if I need all the guys, and I kind of like to avoid Bosper because if you try to be his apprentice, he really wants you to be his apprentice actually, and to get his approval you at least have to work for him for some time, and that will cost you 5 learning points because you need to learn something, and I like to avoid that.
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatrus, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for...
So I got a letter for you.
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
Yeah, we have a lot of things that we need to talk about with Vatrus over here, so I'm gonna get it over with. I want to join the Ring of Water.
I want to join.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
So, pro tip, if you lie to him, he'll know.
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
We're gonna go around and tell everybody about Zardas.
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
Yes?
you should take your message to the paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The Ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
So this is one of the ways Knight of the Raven helps you out. This is a way to actually join a faction more easy, but I will not use it.
I shall do that.
And I want the blessing.
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Okay, and now we can go.
Wait, if you see Laris, give him this ornament, and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
Okay. I want to save here, and I want to check out if my recording is okay, because Gothic 2 is really giving me problems with recording. It just has this weird glitch that happens when I sometimes record. I don't know what it's about, so now it's a time to check. So, I seem to have figured out what causes problems with the recording, and it's probably me rendering videos in the background. Usually games don't have a problem with it, but Gothic for some reason has. So, the first thing we want to do, we want to talk to Zurus over here.
Hey, you!
I'm Zurus. Master, do you need an essence of healing or a magic?
So I'm gonna buy myself
I just
a sleep spell. There we go, 100 gold. And we're gonna get the blessing from this priest of Innos over here, who's a bit of a scumbag. You can get it for free as well if you move up to the little shrine that is next to the monastery, but this guy will take money.
What can I do for you? Are you seeking spiritual comfort? Do you want to direct a prayer to our Lord Innos, or donate some gold for his church?
I've come to get your blessing.
That's good. That's good. Then you will probably want to donate gold to the Holy Church of Innos, won't you?
Actually, I wanted your blessing so I can sign on as an apprentice in the lower part of town.
But my son, without a modest donation to the church, it is impossible for me to bless you. How else can I be certain of your good intentions toward the Holy Church of Innos?
He simply talks too much.
So, how much does a donation usually run to here?
Well, that depends on what percentage you want to give, son. Let me see how much you brought. You have more than 100 gold pieces. The Lord says give if you have. The church accepts your generous donation. I bless you in the name of Innos, for he is light and righteousness.
There we go. Really nice guy. The thing I'm gonna do right now is I'll put the sleep spell here. And now we can talk to Torben and probably, well, solve the other quest as well with the debt, but that's gonna be a quest that is going to be a financial burden for us, but you know.
Hey, you, wait, you look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right?
Trees as well as animals, wolves
Yes.
Okay.
as well as sheep. Last of all,
He basically gives you one of these wanted posters that we have seen before and tells you if you have any trouble to talk to Lord Andre. That is about it, so you need to waste time on that.
Hey, you!
Hey Thorben, I got the blessings, dude.
How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you his blessing?
Yes.
And did you also get the blessing of a priest of Innos?
Yes, I did.
Then you shall have my blessing as well. No matter what path you decide to take pride in doing a good job, my boy.
I've come about Gritta.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Gritta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see.
So, we shall indeed see.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Gritta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorben.
Matteo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Fork over the dough, or I'll slug you one.
You're nothing but a common thug. Go ahead, draw your weapon, and I'll call the guards.
You won't.
Put away that...
I think... Come on. I think Rita used to give XP, now she doesn't. Now we'll talk to Thorben because we don't want to screw up our relationship with him.
Hey, you! Your niece had 100 gold pieces.
What? The brazen little serpent. That was my gold. She took it from my chest. Give it back to me. I have to pay off Lamar first. Matteo can get his money later.
Here's your gold.
Thanks. Now I have at least part of the money I owe Lamar. I can't believe she had the audacity to take my gold. From what I know of this little viper, I'm sure she'll run straight to the city guard and accuse you too. I shall see to it that the matter is settled.
Okay. And she would have done that. That basically means that you would have to pay a what do you call that? A fee or something because you beat up someone in town. Basically, it would have been somewhat of a punishment. Hey, Matteo. Here's a 100 gold pieces. We're gonna pay him
Here's
like this.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she cause any problem?
None
Good. You've held up your...
Help me sign on as an apprentice.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
So that's enough. I'll try to avoid Bosper for now because I don't want to spend 5 learning points on him. And we'll use our sleep spell to sleep this dude over here. People don't really care if you do this, but I can go in here and I can loot these 2 chests and there's a lot of stuff there. So, a lot of that. And there's even an armor among these things which I can use, which is good. So there we go. Let the chest go. And we'll get out this way. I'm gonna run straight back to Matteo. And die. Okay. If I fell down here I would have died. So we're gonna put on the armor. Now we have a bit of protection. I'm gonna go to Matteo and I'm gonna sell him some of this stuff that I've gathered. Should be rares.
Show me your ware.
So what can I sell him? First things first, I'm gonna sell him the citizen's clothing. And I don't need any of that. I'm gonna sell him most of these weapons that I'm not gonna use. Something like this. And here we go. That's not bad. I could sell him some of this stuff as well. It's not like I'm gonna use it. I'll keep the swamp wheat. Maybe someone asks for it. Mendable, whatever that is for, God knows. What is this? Poker, okay, don't want that. But that's okay. Now we can head on. How much money do I have? About 700, that is not bad. I could have sold that ring as well. But you know. So, we kind of want to collect the herbs for Mr. Constantino as well. And the thing that we can do on the way is get an orc axe. So there are several ways to do this quest. You can sometimes buy an orc axe. I know in Gothic 2 Vanilla I used to go to the mercenary place, and there was Cypher there. You might remember him from Gothic 1, and he usually sold an orc weapon. Or you can find it in the cave. That's what I'm gonna do. Or you can actually kill an orc scout.
Hey you, I have a proposition for you.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me. But she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison. You pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
What's in it for me?
When I have the stall, you will get a weapon from me, and a damned good one.
That's not what my husband thinks.
What will happen if I refuse to do that?
That would be truly stupid of you, because you see, I know that you're an escaped convict. If that gets around, it could do considerable harm to your situation in the city.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to
So it just tells you to open the inventory and to
I've
put
gotta
the letter in there. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put him in jail, and that's going to have consequences later in the game, but we'll deal with them when they actually are there, because I don't want to screw over Sarah. We'll go to Lord Andre over here, and we can just tell him that we want to collect the bounty.
to collect the bounty for a criminal. Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to Onar.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
Okay.
I want to take up service with the Paladins.
An honorable request. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
This is the old way of joining the militia, which I'm gonna use if I join the militia, that is. But in Night of the Raven there are certain ways of joining factions faster, which you might use in your playthrough, but I don't want to use them because I want the XP and I kind of want to do it the old way, which I like. So now we can talk to Sarah and she will actually reward us.
Ah, there you are again.
Canthar was trying to trick you and to get your booth for himself, but I've turned him over to the city guard.
Then you've made an enemy of a dangerous man. I've known the bastard for a long time, and he's always wanted my place for himself. Take this weapon as a token of my gratitude.
So Pirate's Cutlass, it's a good weapon, but a one-hander, which I'm not really too interested in. There we go. And we'll go out and start doing the herb thing. But first I want to get the Orc Axe as well, we'll do it all at once. So this dude will start talking to you, and I'm gonna skip over his thing because he doesn't really have anything to say that is too interesting. He wants money from you to protect you from creatures, but he will do that anyway if you lure them to him. So, you know, I wouldn't give him money. And now we have some real bloodflies over here, which is gonna be a bit harder to deal with. So I'm gonna try to use my bow. Come on, bloodfly. And as you can see, it's not doing too much damage to it. And there we go. Don't steal my XP, guard. Go away.
Alright, so much for you, filthy beast.
Okay. There's another bloodfly here, I think, so we want to fight that one as well. Bloodflies are super annoying. They were annoying in Gothic 1 as well. But the worst thing the bloodflies do, which always annoys me, is when they float on your head. So they can really get above your character and you can't hit them, which is really bad. Okay, so we dealt with that. Now we're gonna head into this forest here, and if we explore the forest a bit, we will find something very interesting. First I'm gonna eat some cheese. Because why not? Why wouldn't I be eating cheese? I'm gonna pick up this blue elder. More blue elders. And there are some giant rats here which I want to kill as well. Well, I'd like to fight one, but, you know. They are really annoying when they start to swarm you like this. Oh, that was a crit. Come on, rat. It's okay, we did some damage there. Not bad. I wanna eat some stew and some sausage. There are more rats around and some mole rats, so I wanna deal with those. And then we're gonna look for that orc axe. I'm gonna head down here and... well, there are some plants here that I want to pick up as well. Not really mandatory for my quest, but I'd rather have it. We have a lot of these rusty axes, which is basically the first real two-hander that you can get. Oh, that was a good hit. My god, we're critting a lot here. That was really lucky.
Nothing to be had there.
I'm gonna eat some soup. And don't ask me how he's carrying that soup around with him. So there are some mole rats here. If I... okay, there they are. We remember these from Gothic 1, of course. Come on, kill it. Yeah, we're not getting lucky here with crits. So we killed those, did some XP, and there's a cave over there that we want to check out, of course. This sausage really helps you out in the early game. You have some things that you can use as healing. So first we want to kill this little rat here. It's not that little, but you know, it's not that small actually. A level up, great. Rusty sword. Meat bug, and here is a light orc axe, so that's gonna help us complete our quest. And I'm gonna use fireball here and eat a blue elder because there are some bandits over here that you can take out. It's kind of hard for me to do it in melee, so I'm gonna use my fireball to soften them up a bit. There's a loafer.
You're in for it now.
And if only one comes, I can take him out. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, I can probably take him if we fight one-on-one. Oh my god, it was a crit. And that's Gothic 2 for you. That's right there.
So much for you, low
Or this. So we actually got 2 crits in a row. I think the second one might have broken my block as well. So I can use two of these spells to kill him, to kill one of these guys immediately, but it's a bit of a waste. But who cares, like?
You're in for it.
Let's kill one. Oh my god, he's not dead. Now he is. I kinda like to kill the other guy without spells. I think I can do it. I know I can do it, it's just about him not getting any crits. Which is really not on me. If he's gonna get crits, he's gonna get crits. Where did that rat come from? What the hell? Kill each other. So So we're gonna take our sweet time with this guy. It's all about blocking his blows and then just counter-attacking. The one fast attack, this one is the really dangerous one. Because he's gonna crit with that one. It's just about keeping your block up and not letting him do this. There we go. Getting there. Although one blow is enough to really kill me here, so I don't want to get hit. Ha! That's what I'm talking about. So it just takes a second, you know. There was a second fighting technique that I used more as a kid, but I think this one is more effective. I don't know if I could even reproduce it now. But I just used to run into NPCs and do some damage. This is not really a good place to show it off, but I know I could beat up Sentenza, for example, with only a branch, because I liked the mercs and I had it there immediately. Which was really took almost half an hour, but you can do it. So I remember doing that. That was possible. I don't know if I can do it now. I probably can if I try enough, but it's not really worth it. I was lucky there, that hit. If it crit, it would have killed me. My god, this guy's getting so lucky right now. I might just have to use one of these just to take my sweet... Oh my god, really? Well, I guess you leave me no choice then. And of course we won't be critting, but he's gonna be critting. It's these super fast attacks, sometimes you can't follow him through with what he's doing. Ha! This is one of the more annoying things in Gothic 2. Because it's really unfair. Take a fire bead. And he's already here. Yeah, I don't have time to really use a... Yeah, it's these weird things, like how he stops. He usually doesn't stop attacking, but there for a second he stops, and it really destroys your rhythm, like that, you see? And I don't know what's wrong with me. I killed this guy 1,000 times, but he keeps just one-shotting me, and I'm really sick of it, so I'm gonna go out here. Need some blue elder. How much mana? Fire arrow takes... Mana required 5, and this one is 5 as well. I'll just... Oh my god, you... I don't know what to call you even. Oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself right now, but what the hell is wrong with this dude? I killed him 1,000 times, really. Yeah, target the meat bug, please. That's what I want. Maybe we can take him now. Yeah, now he's too far away. Yeah, that's bad. Okay. That was annoying. But okay, we did it. So now we can actually explore this place a bit after I kill this damn rat.
Nothing there.
So yeah,
there.
melee combat against humans can be really annoying and unfair. Because they really toned up these crits in Gothic 2 for some reason, and it wasn't really necessary if you ask me. But it makes the game harder, so okay, I guess, okay. But sometimes it's a bit bullshit, because we wear the same armor basically. He has more melee skill, but not that much. I didn't want to open that again. Oh my god, leave it alone. Thank you. So if you go here, we'll find another rusty sword. Some meat bugs, and this orc's shrine and a skeleton's bone. So I don't know what these shrines are about. I never actually understood why they're here. I haven't really searched for an answer either, but you know. There is another room over here, which is kind of a storage area, but there's not much there, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna head up and try to get the plants that I need. And we have 30 learning points, so when I get back to town, I should be able to train up strength enough for some of the things that I need. Which is gonna be fun. So, I'm gonna head up here. And there is a boar at the end of this road, which will kill me really fast if I let it, so I'm gonna use this, just gonna get up here and run away. There is one thing I want to pick up near this road. Of course the plants. If I read, good. These scavengers I can kill later, but for now I want to pick up this stuff. There's a leather satchel here, a potion, and a light crossbow. Crossbows, leave me alone, scavenger. Crossbows are interesting weapons because... Oh, leave me alone. Oh god. I can't believe this just happened. I really can't believe it. Stupid scavenger. Usually they're not able to catch you, but this episode is just about me failing in everything that usually works off camera. Sometimes this game really can annoy me a bit. Because, as you've seen the fight with that loafer over there, it was usually over in one blow if he got through my block, which is a bit bullshit, to be honest. So I'm okay if I would have taken like 2 blows and then the third one crits, I would be okay, I guess. It happened. But on the other hand, if like your first blow just one-shots me, and I even have an armor. If I was without armor, I could understand it, but you know. And that's a problem throughout the whole game, because I'm gonna take that satchel and go away. Because even if you have like paladin's armor and you start fighting orcs or stronger enemies, they can one-shot you like that, or at least almost take down your whole HP. I'm gonna skip over this guy. He asks you what you want here, and you just talk to him a bit. He tells you he's a hunter. And you can ask him to teach you something, and he can show you how to handle a bow. Which is something I'm not interested in, but if you need a bow trainer, and he doesn't even ask for anything, so that's good. So, if we head up here, we will find an area with a lot of herbs that we can actually use to complete Constantino's quest. And I'm still not sure if I need the approval of all masters. I think they've told me all masters, so I might have to spend 5 learning points on Bosper, which is really bad. And here we find some scrolls and a ring actually. And this ring gives you 10 mana, which is good enough. Not really useful for me right now because I'm not playing a mage character, and I don't think I'll be playing a mage. And this is the plant we need, the King's Sorrel. There we go. Because usually in Gothic 2 mages are too OP. The starting is a bit rough, but after you complete some of the quests and get into the first circle and a bit of mana and, you know, these things, it's usually too easy. So I'm not gonna do that. arguably, Knight of the Raven has made being a mage even easier, because if you get to the expansion, you can get a certain artifact that will help you in fights against NPCs. And when I say fights against NPCs, I mean these duels that are not fights to the death. And in classic Gothic 2, mages kind of had a problem with that. I mean, they didn't really have a problem, but you had to skill up one-handed a bit or something so you can actually take down enemies without killing them, because spells kill people immediately. But in the expansion you get a certain artifact that kinda just knocks out an enemy if you want to, which is pretty handy for a mage, so you don't really need close combat weapons once at that point, but you know. And I think when it comes to mages, there are no hard limits on summoning creatures, if I remember correctly, so it's really OP. You can summon a lot of stuff and just let your army of destruction roam the countryside and destroy everything, which is a bit OP as well. So we're gonna head down here, head back into the town, go to Herod, give him the axe, go to Constantino, give him the plants, and I think I have all of them because I've been gathering plants all around, and a lot of the herbs that you actually need can be found in Zardas' tower at the beginning, so that's why I said that I want to pick up every single herb that I found there. And after we're done with that, we will see if we can become an apprentice immediately, or we need to speak to Bosper as well, which I kind of don't like to do, because these 5 learning points, I could use them for something else, especially in the early game. But if we have to do it, we have to do it, I guess. And I think... oh yeah. But we'll see. I'm not even sure I have all the herbs right now, but I probably do. So, Constantino?
About the plants.
If you cannot handle that by yourself, you won't be any good as an alchemist either.
I've got all the plants I was supposed to bring you.
What? You're pulling my leg, right? By Adanos. It's all there, all right. Who knows? Maybe someday you could make a decent alchemist after all.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask him anything more because I haven't convinced all the other masters. I'm gonna talk to Herod now, give him the orc axe.
Hey.
What do you want?
I've got the orc weapon you wanted.
Show me. It's been a while since I've had a weapon like this in my hands. I was a soldier back in the Orc War. Those were tough times, I can tell you. I didn't think you could do it. I'm impressed.
Can I sign on as an apprentice with a different master?
You're a good man. I'll give you my approval. Brian will still be here for a while, and a strong lad to take his place will turn up in time.
Good. So let's see if we can avoid Bosper. I'm not sure about it, but Constantino will tell us. Hello.
Can I become your apprentice now?
As far as I'm concerned, yes. All that matters to Herod is that you will be able to defend the city if it is attacked by orcs. And it looks like you've got him convinced of that. And Bosper doesn't know you yet. Thorben is a very religious man. He has given you his blessing. That is a good sign. As for Mateo, he's singing your praises high and low. You now have the approval of 4 masters.
Yeah.
That will suffice for you to be accepted as an apprentice. Are you ready to begin your apprenticeship with me?
Yes.
Yes, master.
Oh, all right then. I hope I'm not going to regret this decision. From this moment, you may consider yourself my apprentice.
What are my tasks?
I realize that I cannot expect a young man to spend all day indoors with me. From time to time, you shall bring me the plants I need. In return, I shall instruct you in the art of alchemy. You can buy the bottles from me. Most of the ingredients, however, you will have to get for yourself. And I expect you to behave properly as a citizen of this town.
Instruct me.
All right. Basics. Each potion is made of plants. They possess all kinds of powers. They do nothing but put all their power into growth. And modifying this power is what the art of alchemy is all about. To prepare a potion at the alchemist's bench, you need a laboratory flask. You need to know the correct formulation and have the appropriate ingredients. There are quite a few formulations I could teach you. Potions which restore your lost strength, and even potions which affect your strength permanently. You cannot learn everything at once.
I don't want to spend any learning points right now, so I'm gonna save. I don't want him to take any learning points off me.
There you are again.
What recipe?
I know a few.
That's good. We're gonna get to that in due time. Now we're a citizen of the town, and that basically means we could join the militia now if we wanted to. But I don't know if I want to do that yet, and I certainly don't want to join a faction before I do some stuff at the mercenary place as well. Because I want the XP, you know, and if you join a faction immediately, you are kinda locking yourself out of that XP, which I don't want to do.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
Nobody will learn anything
No.
from me.
No, I'm not headed for the tavern.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. But that isn't important,
really
and
not
that's
my
why
fault.
we can get straight down to business. Since you're new here, I'll make you an offer. You give me 50 gold pieces, and you can go. That's your entrance fee for the tavern.
Do you really believe that?
Forget it. You won't get a single coin.
Then I'll take everything you have. As soon as you're lying on the ground in front of me.
So there we go. A little bit of a shakedown here. And the militia won't help you here, because that's the lower part of town, and they don't really care. So you kinda have to give him the gold or fight him. And I usually fight him.
Show him! Show him!
Come on, Mo, do it.
Show him!
He can crit you as well with that branch, and it's
Give it
gonna
your
hurt.
all. Give it your all. Show him! Not bad.
Here we go. And the militia won't care, you won't have to pay anything or something, it's just beating him up. But let's talk to Laris over here.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
Hey, Laris, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
Vatras sent me. He told me to come
Oh,
to you
I
when
didn't want to
needed
do
help.
that.
So you've already been to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
So this is the way. You can ask him for help, and he can help you join a community or blah blah blah. So I'm not gonna do that, I'm just gonna give you the ornament.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
I want to talk about the missing people, though.
About those missing people. Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinus. One day, he simply didn't return. At first, we thought that one of those sea monsters out there had eaten him in his boat for breakfast. But not too long afterwards, other people started disappearing from the town and the surroundings. Pretty random events, though. Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it looks, we'll just have to wait until we finally stumble across a clue.
I'm gonna end the conversation now because I want to take off my belt. I'm not sure if it scales with learning, so I'm not gonna do that.
Hey,
And I'm gonna learn some strength right now, so wait actually. I have 10 strength points, do I? I need how many? I need 40. I think I can get to 35.
Hey, you!
So, let's see.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
So here we go. Teach me something.
Teach me something.
Strength, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, and there we go, the cost goes up. As you can see, now it's 10 points for 5, and I'm gonna pay that. So now it's 5 and I don't have any more LP.
Good.
And if I put on my belt now, I should make it to 40 so I can use this crossbow and the rusty axe, which is very good. I have some satchels which I want to open as well. Is there anything else I can talk about here? I need your help about the missing people, join a community.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages give me. Some of the missing people were fishermen. They disappeared along with their boats. That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet, but you could help me. Listen, I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to the Ring of Water. If you wear my ring, the rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf. Get someone to take over my duties so that I can take the ornament back. One of us is always keeping an eye on the marketplace, but I don't know whose turn it is. You had better go talk to all those standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
This is actually a good way to earn some experience because you can accompany Laris. And if you do that, you can get some XP of the stuff he kills. Usually I would beat up this guy and take all his maps, but I kind of feel bad about it, so I'm gonna pay.
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable, and very useful until you know your way around.
So I'm gonna buy a map of the island. Just to have it. So
Come back again later.
You don't have a map until you buy it, which is a pretty neat feature. So this is the game world for now. And of course there's the Valley of Mines, which we're gonna get to. Okay. Did a lot of stuff. I want to go trade again, I think. I can sell a lot of this stuff that I've gathered. And yeah, that's about it, I think. I want to go trade. And I want to buy, yes, that's what I wanted to do. I want to buy some crossbow bolts. Because that crossbow is going to come in handy. And I'm at 0 learning points now, yeah. Okay, level 3. Actually have a decent weapon for this level. But yes, the thing, I think I already talked about it last episode, but the thing that makes Night of the Raven harder than Gothic 2 Vanilla is mainly the scaling of learning points. So that's what you saw over there. When I trained 20 points, it started scaling immediately. Hello, Sarah.
Ah, there you are.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even 1 gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
Show me your ware.
I want to buy bolts. Fighting pike. You don't have bolts? Who sells bolts?
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. An owner, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the... It
I know
leads
that.
up to... But I wouldn't go there now.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. For now. Do you have bolts, dude?
I am Hacken. Every man should carry a weapon these days.
Shamiris?
Show me your...
Really? Militia belt. So this kinda, you see with leather armor it gives you another bonus, which is neat. Where would I get bolts, really? What is this? He's selling food. Could ask Matteo, but I don't think he's selling bolts. Or maybe Bosper. Yes, maybe Bosper's selling them. Well, I wouldn't be sure about it. Next thing I probably want to do is a little bit of hunting outside with one of the NPCs that you can kind of accompany, so we'll see. Hey,
Welcome
Bosper.
to my... I am Bosper. What brings...
Show me your wares, dude.
Show me your...
You have bolts? Really? Oh, I'm blind. As a bat. I want to buy something accidentally, so that's why I'm clicking. Think of dexterity, not really needed. I'm gonna sell these, I'm not gonna use them ever. Not gonna use the pirate's cutlass either. Not gonna use my short bow anymore, not gonna use that. I'll keep the food because food's good. I have destroy undead, that is actually interesting, I gotta remember that. Swamp weed, I'll keep it, maybe someone wants it. Sell the ring, sell the broom. That's okay for now, I would say. So not bad. Hunting is something I'll have to do later. We can do more quests in the town, of course, but there's one thing I kind of want to try to find out. And that is if somebody can train me with two-handed weapons. I know that a guy can train me in the militia barracks up there, but I think he will only train me if I'm a militia guy. So that's not acceptable right now, because I don't want to join the militia right away if I do join the militia. There is this guy over here. Or there isn't this guy over here. He might appear later, I don't know. So that is a no. There is a guy there, but I think he appears in the later chapters then. Laris cannot teach me anything about that. Well, I'm not sure if the guy who's training the militia will only train militia, but I might ask him. Or maybe we can find somebody on Onar's farm that can do that. I think we can survive the trip to Onar's farm now, if we want to do that. But of course, we will not be doing that this episode. We're gonna figure it out later. But let's just talk to this guy to see if there's something that can be done. Hey, Wolfgar.
How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers, but when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
Alright, you can start when you're ready.
So I was wrong. Great.
Let's begin.
Okay, I can do two-handed weapons here. Very nice indeed. Well, I'm gonna need some learning points for that. I'm still a rookie, so you know. I'd like to get two-handed weapons at least to the next level before I go to the mercenaries. So we're gonna need some XP. How far off am I? Not really too much. We're gonna need to kill some beasties. But that's something we're gonna do next time. I'm just gonna end the episode here at the bar. And next time we will be talking to Bartok over here, who's gonna be our buddy. We're gonna go hunting. But that's something that's gonna be done in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please do like the video and subscribe to my channel. And I will be back soon with more Gothic 2. So until then, have a good one, and thanks for watching.